Hi guys, greetings and welcome to another segment of my Poetry Corner. Now, these are my two books. You can get them both in Kindle version and hard copies. So just jump over to Amazon and pick up your very own copy. Okay, this one is about therapy, massage and sex, which I've displayed my experience in it and what I think about it and my conclusion about it. And this is my latest book. It's my poetry book with about 40 something poems in it. So please grab your very own copy. Now today I am going to talk about Emily Dickinson. And I'm going to read a couple of her poems for you. She was an American born in Amherst, Massachusetts. And I'll tell you a little bit about her, and then I'll read two of her poems. I'll see you soon. Yes, so we are on Emily Dickinson. She was an American lady from Amherst, Massachusetts. She died at age 55. She was, I think she writes poem all her life, and she was between 1830 and 1886. She never liked meeting people, and she spent most of her life in isolation. She was not married, and she never had children. So in Emily, in her lifetime, I think she published 10 poems, but most of her poems were published after she passed away. And in total, she wrote 1,800 poems. So I am going to read two of her poems to you today. And in poetry, there's no specific way of writing it. It's totally up to you. There's no right or wrong in poetry. Whatever you choose, however you choose to do your poetry, it's yours. Okay, I find it very hard to understand some of these poems. You know what I mean? Because my style of poem is different. And I probably can relate to them more. Some people can relate to mine more, and some people probably can relate to Emily's more than mine. But there's no wrong or right in it. Okay, and I inherited this book from one of my clients, and because he knows I'm into poetry. You know what I mean? Maybe not inherit. Maybe the word is not inherit. I was presented. That's probably a better word. Presented with this poem book because he knows I am into poetry. Okay. I read some of them, but it's not easy for me to get the gist of it, if that makes sense. So this first one with her, I am going to read. Guys, it's over 1,800 poems in here. And they're very short. They're very short. So here's the first one. The other thing about Emily Dickinson, she her poems hasn't got titled. You know, I title my poems because it's easier for me to write on a title than just doing it without a title. But I noticed in her book here, there's no title to them. They're just written. So this one is saying, in falling timbers buried, there breathed a man. Outside, the spades were plying, the lungs within. Could he know they sought him? Could they know he breathed? Hurried sand partition, neither could he heard. Never slack the diggers, but when spades had done, O reward of anguish, it was dying, then many things are fruitless. 'Tis a baffling earth, but there is no gratitude like the grace of death. So that's the first one. Well, that's her style of poetry. But it's really nice. Nice words. I am going to read another. And this one says, I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to read this one. I probably read 3 because they're nice and short. And this one says, don't put up my thread and needle. I'll begin to sew. When the birds begin to whistle, better stitches sew. These were bent, my sight got crooked. When my mind is plain, I'll do seams a queen endeavor would not blush to own. Hems too fine for a lady's tracing, to the sightless knot. Tucks of dainty interpersions, like a dotted dot. Leave my needle in the furrow, where I put it down. I can make the zigzag stitches straight when I am strong. Till then, dreaming I am sewing, fetch the seam I missed. Closer sew I at my sleeping, still surmise I stitch. I like that one. It's really nice. And I'm going to read the final one, and I hope you enjoy it, guys. It says, I rose because he sank. I thought it would be opposite. But when his power dropped, my soul grew straight. I cheered my fainting prince. I sang firm, even chants. I helped his film with him, and when the dews drew off that held his forehead stiff, I met him, balm to balm. I told him best must pass through this low arch of flesh. So those are 3 poems from Emily Dickinson. And I am going to close off my video. But guys, if you want to be featured in one of my poetry books, you can send me your very own poem. If you've written a poem and you want me to put it in my video, you can also send me that poem. Okay, all my contact links are below, and don't forget to like, share, comment, click the notification bell. You'll be first to get my videos when I post it. Today is a lovely day. It's beautiful outside. The sun is shining. And you have a productive day. May your day be blessed. Blessings and honor. Infinite love and light. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.